Yeah, so, actually, like I left this on the board. I know it looks super weird. I don't know if you guys notice how creepy that kind of looks. But this is just such a great example of, at the end of the day, it's almost pickup time. Sometimes we read. We don't have a super schedule, but a lot of times we either have a closing circle where we do a game together, or I'm reading a book. It's another thing that I just used my intuition on. So they're all sitting here at the table, and I'm reading this book. We get to this weird page, and a conversation flares up. This is exactly why I quit teaching preschool, because when you have a circle time, teachers in preschool or kindergarten, they have to follow whatever is on paper, whatever the director told them. Even getting through a book, there's no time to interact with them and have a conversation. It drove me crazy, because half the kids you're telling to be quiet and listen, but they're bored. So anyway, a conversation flares up somehow, and we just did a bunch of math. I drew it, I'm answering their questions, why is there this many, and then, well, what if we take, and then Juliana wanted an extra finger, because she wanted to put the finger on here to see how many it would be. So some kids are very visual, right? And Juliana, she just turned 5. She's very tactile and visual, kinesthetic learner. So she's processing out loud, and she needs to see it, and that's very much like myself. So she's like, can you draw an extra finger? So I drew an extra finger. She's actually the same one. More creepy. This creeps me out. I saw this in a cubby once. I was like, what is that? So Juliana, when I was at the other building, she's 4 years, 8 months at this point. The kids were practicing math, and one of them suggested count on your fingers, and she's not even 5 yet, bear in mind, and she needed extra fingers to count, so she drew them. That's how visual and kinesthetic she is. So she drew these and kept them, and I was like, what is that, Juliana? And she's like, I needed to count. Like, she was so logical. She's like, I needed more fingers. It's so awesome. So we're counting them, and we're counting how many, we're labeling them. And this was so interesting, because somebody wanted to know, well, how many is all together? Or maybe I posed that question, I don't know. But as long as I have their attention and they're interested, I will push a little bit more. So the reading, all those academic things, because especially at this young age group, 5 to 7, 4.5 to 7 years old, one of the things I like to talk about is brain development. They're thinking so fast. I'm going to lose them any second now. I already know that, and once they're done, I'm not going to force them to stay. So, I wish I was wearing a camera all the time, especially with the explorers, because we have all these high-minded conversations, and then all of a sudden they're like, I had pizza last night, just out of the blue, and then whoosh, there goes that moment of monumentous teaching I can put on my resume. So anyway, so 7. So I wrote this out without the 12. And here's a lot of the kids' first time seeing something like that. I forget what you call it. I'm not very intellectual, if you haven't noticed, but there's a name for that. Teachers call it. So I just said, well, how many, if we add this all up, what number are we going to get? And it was Mia that said 12. She was the one that knew 12. And what's so interesting is I know Mia doesn't practice regimented math like this. So all these kids were eating and listening to the book, and we did this for 15 minutes, and I was waiting for a parent to come in so I can feel a glorious moment. A lot of times at pickup time, I'm having such a moment. I'm like, is there a parent here yet? Will they take a picture? So, yes, absolutely. And the reason why we're doing math and reading and writing and language comprehension and all these things a lot is because the children are interested in it. We don't have to force it down their throat. And we certainly don't have to practice it every day. And we don't have to standardize it. Yeah, in fact, they have their clipboards and they get in the car, and we have our times where, yeah, they're, especially in the beginning, 1 second, they were practicing math on their, I'm driving, I'm not teaching when we're in the car. They're reading, they're spelling, they're practicing math on their own because they've been exposed to it a little bit and they learn from each other. Yeah. Yes, Luna?
Can I look for this?
What?
Can I look for this?
Oh, not right now. Tomorrow. Remind me tomorrow. So anyway, I thought that was really cool. My 10-year-old is zero studious. He was expelled from kindergarten after repeating it. He does not want to be taught, but he loves to learn. He never practiced math until he was 7 years old playing Minecraft, and then was so excited to learn that he can quickly count his inventory by doing some multiplication. Totally learned it on his own. That became his curriculum for a long time when he started homeschooling at 7 years old because no school was going to accept him. Now he's 10 and a half, and all of a sudden he knows so much math in his head quicker than me. So one of the things I like to talk about, this sensitive topic, when I do formal parent workshops, is the school system. And what daily curriculum keeping these kids on target every grade, a little bit of a lot, is ruining their thought processes. It really is. It has nothing to do with their natural development, and they have genius brains inside of them. I mean, the brain is hungry for learning, and the brain has a capacity that's beyond us, because most of us are probably in school. It's definitely beyond me. Their brains have genius capacity, and another resource is John Taylor Gatto. I would study him and his work. Yes, James? Oh.
I'm a vampire.
Make it fun when you can. John Taylor Gatto is so great. He stayed in the school system and worked with kids, and one of my favorite quotes